So the 49ers went 13-4 last year. They lost the Eagles in the NFC Championship game. Some notable losses include Jimmy Garoppolo, Mike McGlinchey, Samson Ebukam, Azeez Al-Shahir, Emmanuel Mosley, Jimmy Ward. And some notable additions include Sam Darnold and Javon Hargrave, not many. And their strength of schedule last year was tied for the fifth hardest, and this year they're 15th. Some notes, they did lose D'Amico Ryans as defensive coordinator and Steve Wilks is the new defensive coordinator. What do we think of the Niners?
I really like the Niners team. Like their offense might not be overpowering or great like other teams, but that defense is what is going to win them games because they have this one random guy on defense called what is it, Nick Bosa or something. So I just feel like the Niners defense is going to be just as good as it was last year, and I have them taking that division and probably winning 12, 13 games if Brock Purdy can play like he did last year. And now that he has a year of experience, I think he will even improve.
See, that's my hiccup with them though, is when do we know an anticipated return date for Purdy? Because it's not the start of the season.
I heard it. It's probably I heard he's ready to go for the start of the season.
Oh, all right. Well, then that may sway me a little bit more because coming into this, the last thing I had heard is that they were thinking maybe like week 6 was about a safe return date. And so if you're starting your season with, I mean, anybody, I don't know if we haven't seen much of Trey Lance, so I don't want to bash him, or but we've seen plenty of Sam Darnold. So if it wasn't gonna be Brock Purdy and they may have had to go with Sam Darnold, then oh my gosh. But yeah, if Purdy's gonna be the guy opening day starting, you know, under center, then I would agree. It's their division. And Purdy, he obviously exceeded everybody's expectations last year. And if he can play, the same level, that defense is so scary good that they've got to put up what 13 points a game against some teams and they'd be safe. You score 20 points a game with that defense. I it's it's probably going to get you at least the division. I think. I mean, it's easy to say, but I mean, it's probably going to be them and Philly, assuming everything, shapes up in the playoffs. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if it's those two, fighting for the NFC.
Yeah, I did hear originally it was Brock Purdy was looking to come like week 6 around there, but recent reports within the past couple weeks is that he's going to be ready and that he is ready right now. Um, which is shocking to me. I heard at practice he's been doing great. That he's looking to be the starter week 1, and I mean, why wouldn't you? He just took you to the NFC Championship game. Uh, I was even in the littlest bit of film, Trey Lance just doesn't look like he has that team together. I know Debo's been very split on both quarterbacks. He wants to support who's ever at quarterback, and I respect that. You don't want to pick sides because then that divides the locker room. Um, but I don't think Lance. I think that Chicago Bears game last year that Lance started, that that was kind of a weird start to the year. If you told Niners fans that after that game you're going to go to the NFC Championship game, but Trey Lance isn't going to be your quarterback, they'd be like, well, "What?" They'd probably assume Jimmy Garoppolo is the one who's taking them to the NFC Championship game, but no, it was Brock Purdy. I don't know what to expect from him. I think he can do whatever he wants next year as long as if he's average or better, that's a win because then the Niners have their quarterback for the future. If he is not where he was last year at all, if he like even in his worst games, like if he's just playing average, Niners might be in some trouble. And you know what? I won't count Sam Darnold out. Sam Darnold hasn't been on very good teams. Um, if something happens to Purdy and Lance doesn't look good, I'm not going to count him out. I don't like Darnold, but I'm still not gonna count him out. Defense is great. Team's probably gonna win like 11, 10. They're gonna win over 10 games if they're healthy. Hopefully they don't get the injury bug like it seems like they always do. Um, I surprisingly don't have them winning the division though. So, and we'll get to that next.